Jive Hive Jeff from Two Hacks Garage. Well, yesterday didn't go as planned. While we started assembling the 521, we got one side of the pistons done completely in there, and we started working on the other side. As we started working on the other side, things seemed very, very tight. Well, we started checking the rod side clearance, which is the ratio between two rods, and it's, another rod sits here like this, and they turn on that journal. Well, we had noticed it was really, really tight. So looking at Eagle's specified range, it needs to be around 15 thousandths-ish. Little more is not going to hurt, but less is. So as we started doing this, we noticed they were between 9 and 12 thousandths. That's not enough. So we actually have to go ahead and resurface all of these to get the specified range that we want. You just don't surface one rod. You actually take what you want, divide it by 2, and surface each so they're actually even. These were balanced, so we do have to be careful to make sure we don't take too much off, and we're going to end up weighing these back out and make sure they're right. So now what we're going to go do is we're going to go start resurfacing these, and so we can start assembling short block. While yesterday did seem kind of like 5 steps forward, 10 steps back, it was a learning experience. Kyle and I are somewhat new to the engine building. We would have never caught that if it wasn't for the expertise of an actual machinist, engine builder that has built many high-performance motors. So it's a little bit of a learning lesson. So we did turn lemons into lemonade, and we're going to get it all corrected, and we're going to get this bad boy built. So let's go check out what Jimmy's got going on. See you in a few. All right, what you just saw was us going through, actually Jimmy going through and resurfacing the rods. This is an old Brown and Sharp precision machine tool, and basically what we did is we mic'd the rods. We knew what we needed to take off of them, and each pass that he went through, he just took a little bit off at a time. We went in and went ahead and mic'd them again to make sure our tolerances were right. But to get the fine machining off of the actual rod itself, basically all you got to do is, I'll show you real quick. See that 200 grit piece of sandpaper? You take your rod here, machine surface down, you go across this nice and smooth, keep going, go back a few different ways, and that takes off those fine machine marks and puts the pattern back on it, makes it smooth. Then you just wash them off and clean them up, and we'll obviously clean these again. But now what we're going to do is we're going to actually install a couple of these and put them back in the block and check our clearances. All right, so we went ahead and resurfaced these rods because we had bad clearance from the beginning. So what we're doing now is we assembled 2 of them in there, and we're going to check the clearances to see if we're actually in tolerance now. That's a little.
No, that was 2 of them stuck together. Wouldn't go in there. It's gonna be 20.
20?
It's gonna be right at. It's gonna be 20.
All right, well, we're right at about 20 thousandths. Like I said, we were like 12, 9, somewhere in there from the get-go, which is way too tight. The minimum specs they say on these were 15. We're going to run it a little bit right around 19 or 20. So as you can see, surfacing these did make a huge difference. Kind of recap, what you want to take off these is, if you know your total amount, you take half off each rod. You want to do them equally. So now we're just going to throw the rest of them in here and see you in a few. All right, so this is the end of part 2 of what we got going on. So part 1 video, as you saw, what ended up happening was we started assembling the short block and we came into a problem with the rod side clearance. So in today's video, you saw we got everything, ground down, in specs, checked everything, we're good. So where are we at now? Bottom end's put together. We went ahead and slapped the cam in. No timing chain, nothing on yet. Ordered a couple parts, like I said, about the windage tray bolts. Going to wait for those to come in. So step 3 of this is going to be flip it back over, put the oil pump in, put the windage tray in, get all that buttoned up, get the front end buttoned up, and start going from there. So like I said, this was a moment of weekend where we turned lemons into lemonade, learned a few things. Jimmy knows so much about this. Without him, we definitely wouldn't be doing this the right way, and we would have had problems down the road. So that's a wrap for today. There's going to be some little subset videos of this on a couple different items that we did on plastic gauge and stuff like that. Little tips and tricks on installing the pins for the wrist pins, the floaters on there. So with that, I hope everyone's had a great weekend, and we will see you soon. Later.